Hello everyone, this is me, Vandana. So, as you know, this is our third episode of Inside Out. It's a mental health talk show where people come and share their experience with different phases of their life. So, today we are talking about motherhood. And as people know, this is very crucial and important thing for a woman and different kind of phase for women itself. So yeah, for that, here is my sister Maryada. So she gonna share her experience with us. And so yeah, how are you all together?
Hi everyone. I'm really good. Thank you, Vanna. And my name is Maryada, as you already know.
She is a mother of two, and it's a
I'm a
difficult
mother
task
of
for
two.
her altogether. So yeah, so we have some small warm up thing where you will express
Yeah.
your emotion through reaction there. If you can see in your screen, you will share
Mm,
your emotions, how you feeling
okay.
through your emotions there. Can you find
All
that?
right.
Making
Yes.
the chat
Yeah.
cool. So here are your questions. So how you gonna express yourself? Your in first thought of getting pregnant, as in you conceived. Oh, makes sense. So, how was your journey altogether being pregnant for, sorry, 9 months? That too twice.
Mm,
Nice. So, yes, now how you are juggling between these two emotion, I guess, being laughter and this angry
three
thing.
ones.
3 months,
Three,
yeah,
three. I said
1 month.
I shared three and I wanted to share a few more because it was never the same.
Exactly. It's a roller coaster ride altogether and emotions. So, yeah, like
Yes.
your child is already in teen, one, right? And one is
Correct.
still a younger one. So, you are juggling between
Yes.
this two adulthood and this kid thing. So, how you gonna share your
Yes.
emotion with this?
Uh, Give me a minute. I have for this. This one. Can't speak.
Okay, it's kind of complicated for you, I guess.
Yes, it is. You have two children and both of different ages. So
Exactly.
it's quite difficult. Yes.
So, lastly, how you manage yourself as an individual, your self care, and being a mother too, and emotion to it.
You want to? I
Emotions.
want. Okay. It was.
I think you are still working on it, and it's always being a difficult for a mother to being guiltless and being available for herself too. Yeah.
True. Correct. Absolutely.
So let's just start with your experiences, like how you being this journey of being mother for you.
Oh. See, just as the emotions I've shared right now, it was sometimes very, very, very emotional, very lovable, very cozy. You had you just always want to cuddle your kids. So that is also there. Sometimes it is so furious that I always, you would like to scream on them and you want them to just leave your space and move out of it. Certain times it is like you always want to be around but you don't want to be around them. So it's kind of a mixed emotion, but whatever it is, I am enjoying it. And let's see how it goes on. I'm still working on it. I'm still learning every day. I'm still trying to manage every day. So it's a trial process still going on.
Definitely. As in you mentioned that you had this shift of environment from Calcutta to Delhi.
Yes.
So, how was your
Yes.
time phase of getting a child in that phase, and how this support system or the people around you helped you to be that strong woman in your pregnancy?
Well, when I got married, I was living somewhere else, and when I came after maybe I received conceived my first child there. So we were in Delhi and did not had much friends or families there around. So and most of my family members are in Calcutta only. So that again was a challenge because my in-laws also lived in Calcutta only, and my parents also lived there. So staying here all alone, managing them, managing him at least was difficult because it was my first child. It was a first experience. And since I am the eldest one in the house, so I have never seen any, a mother taking care of, how you begin from day to night, of course.
Mhm.
Eventually, you meet people, you learn with them, you see them how they're doing it. But going through the entire process, that's a different thing altogether, right? So, it was always every single day there was some lessons that I was learning. Every single day it was a challenge for me, how to make him sleep, eat. Sometimes he used to feel sick. So how you yourself also, you're not feeling well, your child is also not well, because when your kids are not well, you don't sleep, they don't sleep, and due to the sleep pattern as well, everything changes in the life.
Def-
Your life also, everything is changing. So once that change cycle, you adapt to it, there it takes years to get adapted, so it was challenging. But since I had only one child that time and I was not working as well, so it was quite okay with me. I mean, I managed it somehow.
With this, so
Okay.
like in previous generation, we used to have joint family to take care of a child, and now we are having that nuclear family where people are working, both parents are working. So it is
Yeah,
somewhat troublesome for a parent, for both the parent to take care of a child. So you balanced it
it is.
out and somewhere managed it out. But now with this pressure also, people are getting into postpartum depression. As you might be knowing about it, it's kind of a
Mhm.
disorder where a mother get into a depression after getting a child in her life. So how you dealt with it and how you managed it all alone.
See, sometime it was really difficult because you need somebody to talk to, you need somebody to understand your mental phase. So you want, and everybody is not into that, that footstep where whatever you speak up, they can take it. It's not possible all the time. So and mostly it happens when you look at around, when you look around, when you talk to people. Certain times they'll tell you that okay, don't overreact. Certain times they'll be saying that it's okay, it's fine, it happens with everyone, so it's just common thing. It is a common thing, of course, I agree. But it is always different for different people,
Definitely.
right? Some people take it very lightly, and some people juggles through things.
Mhm.
They are not able to cope up certain times. And so it was a mixed kind of an emotion when you want somebody to just sit around you and listen to whatever you're saying, because you're frustrated sometimes, you are happy sometimes, it's a new phase, new journey of life. So
Mhm.
when you are into something new, you get new challenges every single day.
Mhm.
So that time, uh, still I tried managing because I was always somebody who was into music. He loves to listen to music, and I love to sing as well. And also I used to read a lot. So those things have somewhere helped me to keep myself calm at times. Of course, as a human being, at times I feel very frustrated. was also furious. I used to scream, shout, whoever used to, even if it's not their fault. It's my mental status where I am not into that state where I can be calm, or where I can answer you properly, or maybe, where I can be happy around. So when you're not happy, that frustration comes out. And that frustration used to comes out sometime on my husband, sometime on the child, sometime over the phone if I'm talking to somebody. But somehow, the thing that made me calm and that made me balanced was spending time with myself, at least for half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. I used to wake up early in the morning before them, so that I can get that 30-40 minutes for myself, where I'm sitting alone, maybe drinking water, or sitting in the garden around me, or going for a small walk, or maybe listening to something music, some music or something. That used to help me a lot.
Makes sense. Like spending some time with yourself is more important in this chaotic life. Make total sense
Yes.
to it.
Yes,
But
because
like
that's the only thing that you miss most to that time.
definitely. But as in if you can see the people all around you is working and in a busy schedule, they don't have time for themselves. So what exactly you will say
Yes.
to the people who are thinking about starting their motherhood journey? Sorry.
It's nothing scary. See, whenever you step into a new phase of life, whatever it is, it might be your work, it might be your student's journey. When you were in school, you went to college, you were excited, but you were scared. Both was there, because how your journey is going to be, nobody knows,
Mm-hmm.
right? But uh, we never stepped back, right? We took the
Mm-hmm.
first step forward.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to take that step to get into this. And eventually, after a while, after all the ups and downs, after all those things, the time and phase will pass. And when you look back, it is going to be a beautiful journey. As I told you, I was furious also, I was frustrated also. At times I used to be, anxious, as you but when today, when I look back, and I feel ki, no, it was a satisfying journey. It was
Mm-hmm.
good, and I'm glad I went through it. Because as human, we need to learn. We need to keep learning. If you're not learning, if you had see I'll give you an example. The ECG machine,
Mm-hmm.
everybody must have seen. If the line goes straight, that means you're dead. It has to be ups and downs. So life needs ups and downs to have some excitement, some thrill, something adventurous in life. It should be there.
Exactly. Like, thank you for putting this out. Like, people can't live in stagnant life. That will be more
No.
boring to them. Makes sense. But
Yeah.
it's
Hmm.
but it's like being mother. It's somewhere where we feel guilty to leave our child alone for a second too. So how you
Yeah.
dealt with it? As I know that you were also working that time. So how you dealt with
Right.
and now I guess every parent is working. Both parents are working. It comes with guilt and how you try to balance.
See, that guilt will always be there,
Mhm.
of course, because you gave birth to some child, and then you're leaving them behind just for the future, just for the career, for maybe certain people does this for the monetary issues, right? Certain people does it because it's the requirement of them. They need it. They need the job for their mental satisfaction, or maybe they need it for the monetary reason. Whatsoever, these days people don't sit at home. They want to do something or the other, right?
Mhm.
And at the same time, you also want a family. You
Mhm.
also want child. You also want to take care of them. It's not that you don't want to do
Mhm.
that, but certain times there are situations which don't allow us,
Right.
right? That moment, the only thing that we can do is come out of guilt. And whatever time you spend with your child, it might be an hour, or maybe 1.5 hour, maybe 2 hours a day. That should be very, very effective and productive. Like, you can spend good time by playing with them. You can spend good time going on a walk, taking them to the garden, or maybe sitting with them, watching a movie maybe. But at least there should be some time that you could be spending together, so that the rest of the guilt goes away. And that happy moment, that blessed moments, those moments that you have created memories, that stays with you. So I know it is difficult. It becomes difficult because you also have, you're tensed throughout your for your work, your day. Some, but at the same time, you also need to work on the. You need to be guilt free first thing. If you have guilt, you'll not be able to work properly. You'll not be able to take care of your family also. So for that, you have to be out of guilt that whatever you're doing it for your family only.
Like
So
how
that's
beautifully being in present and how it can impact your parenting too. Like you can enjoy that moment if you are in present moment. So, like
correct.
with that only, I would get into the next question. Does this guilt affect the parenting style of you? How you
Of course
care
it
about it?
does.
How?
Of course it does. We make mistakes. Because of this guilt, we make a lot of mistakes. Like we over pamper a child. They get, and this, we understand this, that we are doing this wrong, we should not be doing this, but then we also have it in mind that because we did not had the entire day, the child was with something, that I have also created a lot of, I have made a lot of mistakes like this, that when I was not around, okay fine, you take a chocolate, you take this, and my daughter, she spoiled all her teeth just because of these reasons only. So there are a lot of things we do, but end of the day, I think now what I have learned from my experience, that I shouldn't have done those things. Instead, I should have spent a good time with them,
Mhm.
talking to them, reading a book with them, or maybe playing with them, eating together, at least. But this is what we maintained: at least one meal a day we eat together. That we try, be it breakfast, be it lunch, be it dinner. And even if we don't get the time in the weekdays, we make sure weekend we have 2 days, Saturdays and Sundays, with them. So those 2 days we always make sure that at least two meals, or maybe 2 meals we eat together. Yes, we tried and do that. The 2 meals we are eating together is some kind of a drive or something that we take half an hour, 40 minutes, 1 hour, we spend that time also together.
Like how, like you literally mentioned how family time is more important for a child as well. Rather than like putting into a big picture, we can see how it is important for a child to understand the family pattern plus the mother bond or the father bond with a child. So, with that only, if we see the picture in a bigger way, like in previous generation, mother doesn't have that time with a child. Same now, if we see previous generation, mother doesn't have the time for a child, right? Because of the household chores. For same reason, mother also doesn't have time right now also for their job. So with this chaotic life, how will you advise them to get into seeking into that professional help? And if yes, then
Of
why?
course, of course, of course, of course. Help is, see, asking for help is not a see, you should not be stepping back by asking any help. You should not feel any guilt on asking help. Be it your family member, be it your house help, be it whosoever, because help is always required. You can't do everything altogether. You can't be working at the same time, and you can't be taking care of your child at the same time. Also, you can't be spending good time with them. You can't be teaching them. See, everything is not possible. And as you know, see, I'll tell you, the kids are also, they are like molds. They are like clay, the wet clay. You mold them the way you want to, right? And they will grow up seeing what they are seeing. They are growing up in that manner only. And like you say, mentioned that earlier mothers did not had time to spend with them because of the household chores. That was also their responsibility, that was also their duty to fulfill. Exactly what they are doing today as well. The only problem is the time duration and the loneliness that the child may face,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't have time to, certain times you're not available when they need you.
Mm-hmm.
Certain times you're there, you're out in the office maybe, or maybe you're somewhere else, and the child is somewhere else, and they really need somebody,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's the time, that's the place where your help comes up. Be it your house help, be it your family, be it your friends, be it their friends, because it is required certain times, like just the way we have bad moods, we have bad days, the kids are also having the same. They also have good and bad days. They also have good and bad mood. So for those good and bad moods to taken care of, you should also be, see, we try, and as much as possible we try to be available for them. But certain times if you're not, you need a help. Certain times for giving them good food, you need a help. Certain times for, sitting and playing with them, if you nothing else, just playing with them, you need a help. You don't have time, somebody else is playing with them, so that time that thing got managed, right? Child is also happy, you are also satisfied. All right, fine, if you were not available, somebody else was there. So that is important. I feel help is very, very important, and this will also help us to keep our mental status calm. We will also be calm that time, because we'll be fine. We'll have it in mind that somebody is there. The child is not alone.
Make like totally agree to it. Like how can just asking for help can manage your mental well-being altogether. So lastly, while concluding
It
this
can.
conversation with you, what exactly one advice you want to give to a new mother who
See, being a mother, I would advise, or what I have basically, what I have learned from my motherhood. It's a beautiful journey, and we should always we are blessed. We women are blessed that we get this opportunity to go through this phase of life, and to nourish the nourish your child. And this is I think this is very, very important part of your life. Other than all the aspects, whatever life phases we have, this is the most beautiful phase of life, with lots of lots of anxiousness, lots of anger, lots of happiness, lots of mood swings. Everything is there, but that spices up your life.
definitely.
Life can't be blunt. This is something that will give you, and when you, this is something which is going to give you beautiful memories when you'll be in your 40s or maybe 50s. I am going to be 40 soon. So when I look back, I see that, okay, fine. I had that time I used to feel, why should I have why I had to take care of two babies, why I'm doing it all alone, why I need somebody. Or maybe, that time I used to feel all those things. But today I feel very, very happy and blessed that I had two kids, beautiful kids, and I have grown them up. And, seeing those journeys, looking back to those memories, it's perfectly all right. The time was there. When it passes through, it gives you memories. So we must go into this. It's not, you don't be scared of it. The only two things that we can take care of is be out of guilt and spend some good time with yourself also, so that you can spend the other good time with others.
Definitely. Like my takeaway from our conversation will be how can you be mentally present in the moment so that you can enjoy that present thing. Secondly, family time and the support system is more important for everyone out your environment to grow and to bloom. Definitely.
Of
And
course, of course.
yeah,
As this is not going to give you any kind of happiness, no. If you're not supported by anyone, you'll also have those guilt. You'll also have that. And the first most important thing that we need to take care of is our mental health,
definitely.
right? If we are into a good mental status, we can always be good to others. We can always take care of whatever everything around. We are sad, we are not good. How will we take care of things? Of course that frustration is going to come out, and it's going to spoil rest of the things.
Like how beautifully you explain that our emotion is reflection to the child and how our emotion can
Yes.
affect and impact the child. So yeah, it's important to take care of ourselves first so that we can take care of other people around us. So
Always,
thank
always.
you so much for being here and talking about this topic, which is people don't think it's important to talk about motherhood because it's underlying topic altogether. So yeah, thank you so much for being here and sharing your thought
Thanks.
process.
Thanks to you. Thank you.